Welcome to the Football Betting Show on Scotty Bet TV. Thanks for your company and tuning in. And for the next 5 or 10 minutes, hopefully, I'll put you in the right direction for all your football betting tips this weekend. I'm going to be giving my best bets in the Everton and Liverpool games. I'll be giving my ACCAs, which successfully came in last weekend, and also be giving Scotty's set. So fingers crossed, we can carry on where we left off last weekend. So first up, 3 o'clock kickoff, it's Everton versus Bournemouth. Bournemouth 6-4 to win this one, Everton 7-4. In terms of trying to pick a winner in this one, I'd give it a miss, I really would. You can throw a coin in the air, see which way it lands. Bookies love these types of games. Stay away in terms of results. If you're having a bet on it, I'll look at the goals for and goals against. In the 6 games between Everton and Bournemouth in the Premier League, it's resulted in 25 goals. 11 for Bournemouth, 14 for Everton. That's you would fully expect Everton's over 2.5 goals game to come in there at 10-11. So I'm sure your goals coupons, Everton and Bournemouth will be in there. In team news, you'd fully expect Tom Davies to come in for Morgan Schneiderlin, so I wouldn't put anyone off Tom Davies to be carded at 11-4. But in terms of having a bet in this one, if you were to put a gun to my head and force me to have a bet, I'd go both teams to score and over 2.5 goals, best priced at even money. Next up is the late game, the dreaded late game. We don't like to be waiting on these, but in terms of putting Liverpool at 1-6, they've got to be in everyone's accumulators up and down the country. Very short odds, I know, probably arguably shorter in terms of probably pick Huddersfield or Cardiff at home. Liverpool probably won't be much shorter. Brighton 20-1 to win this one. Now Liverpool have won the last 5 against Brighton, scoring 20 in the process. You have to go back to 1982 for the last time Brighton got a result at Anfield. Since then they've lost 9 and drew 1. So yeah, the 1-6. It looks skinny and all, but listen, there's big bookmakers out there that'll maybe even give you 1-4, but I just feel as if, yeah, Liverpool's shoe-ins on your coupons, maybe a both team to score in there, throw that into the mix. Chris Hughton, his records against Liverpool isn't the best, lost all 5, and they've conceded at least 4 goals in every single one of them games. The ideal fixture for Liverpool, a little bit of a sneaky stat in this one. There's been 3 own goals scored in the previous 3 fixtures between Liverpool and Brighton. Brighton have put it in their own net 3 times, so 7-2 on an own goal in this one. Now, it's no go back in the 1-6, as I've just stated, so look for a bit of value. And I noticed on the last Monday night against Crystal Palace, Virgil van Dijk come closest in set pieces, and he did against West Ham. And I just think that 17-2 any-time goal scorer, there's a bit of value in that. There really is. 8.5-1, Virgil van Dijk, any-time goal scorer. Scotty said this weekend, well, we all know QPR are in a mess. Wigan are absolutely flying at the moment. Battered Stoke in their own backyard during the week. So 11-10 on Wigan to score 2 or more goals is a very, very good bet, and one I wouldn't put anyone off. But in terms of Scotty said this weekend, well, it's Rochdale versus Walsall, and it's over 2.5 goals in this game, which is even money if you can shop around 10-11. If you go online, especially on Oddschecker, you'll see bits of even money around there. Now the reason I'm picking this one as an over 2.5 goals game is in Rochdale's 5 games they've had so far, they've had 4 goals, 2, 5 and a 3. That's averaging 3.6 goals per game in Rochdale's games. Now if you look at Walsall, the team they're playing, they result in 3.2 goals per game. 4, 3, 4, 2 and a 3 in their 5 games alone. So that even money 2.5 goals in the Rochdale-Walsall game is an absolute banker in my opinion. I really, really do. Now it's the ACCA time. Very, very successful last week. A lot of you were in touch. Thanks very much for your feedback. Hope you spend your winnings wisely. 8-1 last week. I'm going one further. I'm going 14-1 ACCA this week. Fingers crossed. 3 from the Championship and 1 from League 2. So the 3 from the Championship are Aston Villa, Stoke and Swansea. I feel Stoke have got to win. They've got to get a result for Rowett. Villa are absolutely flying. They're at home to Reading. And Swansea, very impressive against Leeds during the week. They're at home to Bristol City. So Villa, Stoke and Swansea out the Championship. And then Colchester out to League 2. They're at home to Northampton. There's your 4-fold. The both teams to score accumulator pays a whopping 16-1. How close were we last weekend? I picked 5 games. 4 of them went in and the other team scored as well. So effectively we got 9 out of the 10 games last weekend. Very unlucky. Hit the bar. Fingers crossed we can go one further this weekend. Blackburn versus Brentford, both teams to score. And QPR, Wigan, Blackpool, Accrington, Rochdale rather, Walsall and Lincoln versus Notts County. So that's your lot for this week's football betting show. Hopefully there's a couple of winners in there. What's your nap of the weekend, by the way? What's your best bet out of the whole football coupons this weekend? Let us know in the comments below on YouTube. Don't forget to all our usual social media activities. We're on Twitter, Facebook, etc. Thanks for tuning in. Give us a subscription on YouTube as well if you can, if you get a spare minute. Fingers crossed this week. Good luck, and I'll see you next week on the Football Betting Show on Scotty Bet TV.